A group of migrant workers and farmers suing the governor will have to move forward with COVID-19 testing at their facilities.
This after the Federal Court of Appeals upheld one of Governor Whitmer's executive orders requiring all employees at farms to be tested after a number of outbreaks at Michigan farms.
News 8's Whitney Burney joins us now live in the newsroom with the details new tonight. Whitney.
Brian and Sue, the group filed the lawsuit originally claiming discrimination. They say farm workers, who are often Latinx, were being singled out by being forced to get these tests, and they're putting their jobs on the line as a result. The governor says that order was to protect workers, and the Court of Appeals seemed to agree. The order at the center of this lawsuit came down on August 3rd. It required that farm and migrant housing operators test all migrant workers starting August 24th after the governor says data identified the industry as high risk of contracting COVID-19. The order also required farms to provide additional testing and paid sick days for those who showed symptoms. But workers say the order unfairly targeted the Latinx population, and testing positive could result in job loss. They asked the Federal Court of Appeals to block the governor's orders. The Court of Appeals did not block the order and instead this week upheld the governor's order in a unanimous decision. They say the governor's order referenced past outbreaks at migrant housing camps and food processing centers, which would justify the state's focus on those places. In a statement, the governor's press secretary wrote, "In a 3-0 decision, today a federal court of appeals upheld the state's power to require certain agricultural employers and housing providers to implement testing protocols among Michigan workers who are especially at risk to COVID-19. The governor welcomes this decision, upholding her strategy to save lives and protect the food supply. I reached out to the attorneys representing farmers and migrant workers in this case for an interview, but they were not immediately available. They instead sent the following statement. It says, "While we are disappointed in the Sixth Circuit's decision, we applaud the agricultural workers and farms that came together to let their voices be heard following this unprecedented order." The Court of Appeals also said that the governor's testing plan for migrant workers helps to identify and isolate COVID-19 positive workers. They say given the documented effects of this virus, enforcing that testing plan serves public interest. At the live desk, Whitney Burney, News 8.